here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We are the United States of the world, and we are on a mission to banish poverty. As an emerging nation, we've been putting in some really solid foundations for the past 3 years because we intend to be here for generations, not just weeks or months or years. We are now in a position where we are increasing our income to build our economy, strengthen our currency in both liquidity and value. And that will benefit all our members because all our citizens, members, receive free handouts of our currency every month. So who can be a member? Anybody. We love to have people from all walks of life, all countries, all colours, classes, creeds, genders, backgrounds, you name it. It doesn't matter to us because all we see are people as human beings. We don't recognize any of those differences. We see that all human beings are unique and so have something unique to offer our community and therefore are of equal value to every other member of our community. So come along and join us. It's totally free. You can get involved in anything you want or nothing. It's up to you. Bring a positive mental attitude. You'll fit in really well, especially if you have the desire to share love and abundance. Okay. With that said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We Share Abundance publicly, and I'll be heading over there in a moment because that's where we see most of the comments and names to put to them. We do in the app here see people from YouTube. So I'm just going to have a click on the chat there, and I see we've got Lewis in from Portugal in YouTube, and then we've got some people in from Facebook. So I'm heading over to Facebook right now, and when I get there, I'll be looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. And when we get there, I'll be looking for the 23rd, 23rd of October. Okay, where are we? 23rd of October. So far, so good. And we should get the comments panel up, and we do. And we've got Werner in from South Africa, Norman from Doncaster, UK, and we do have citizens from all over the world, and we record the updates because there's no convenient time for everybody, especially in different parts of the world, different time zones. And so we have a lot of people that watch the replays rather than getting in on the live. But it's nice to have people on the live. It's lovely to interact with them and answer questions directly from anybody. And see, we've got Bozina in as well from Scotland, Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland. And we'll be getting started in just a moment with a very short prayer, which is there to help us find true happiness. Happiness, isn't it? What everybody wants in life. You may think, oh, I'd love that new car. That'd make me happy. And it will for a while. But I'm talking about true lasting happiness. And that can only be found one way. It can't be bought. It can only be found through loving service to others. And until you find that true happiness within you from that, you'll always be searching for something. You'll always be wanting more. When you get on the path to loving service to others, you'll find that everything that you want and need in life flows to you rather than you having to chase after it. So that's what our little prayer is about. And then we'll follow that with a very short affirmation to help us maintain our non-separatist ideology, where we don't pigeonhole people, we just see everybody as a human being. And then we'll get into the updates, okay? Right, let's see if we've got anybody else in at the moment. No, it doesn't look like it. So we will get started right away with that short prayer, and then we'll have that affirmation, and then we'll get into the business side of things. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, each member finds the joy of service. Through service, attracts true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And the little affirmation we have goes like this: we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy will. Okay. With Devyani being in the States at the moment, we still haven't properly caught up with getting in touch with one another. But she wants the wallet address of my MetaMask wallet, which we plan to use for withdrawals, and the private key. I don't know why she wants that as well. But anyway, I'll get on to her. She says she just needs this, and she needs to test the exchange code, and if it's all good, we can upload it later on. So we're that close now to getting that exchange page up. Unfortunately, we don't now have access to our funds because Binance have blocked our account. But I've no doubt we'll get that sorted out. Hopefully, it won't take as long as it took with Wirex. It took me about 6 or 7 months with Wirex to get our funds out of there when they closed our account. PayPal as well, but I mean, we knew PayPal was a risk, and we didn't leave much in. I think we only had a couple of $100 in when they closed our account, and that took us about 6 months. It was, as I say, only a couple of $100. But we once we get that exchange page up, then we'll be able to sort things out a little bit better and move on to other things. The the raffle hopefully will be available by the end of. Oh, no, it won't be available. Yeah, maybe end of this week, early next week. We'll just have to wait and see. Um, and that, I think, will be exciting. That will be now a 1 in 3 chance of getting a prize of some value, uh, at least getting your money back, and $100 prize with a maximum of 400 tickets being sold. Once we get the first raffle out of the way, we'll have a go at another one, and we'll see if we can up the prize money a little bit. We have to get to a point where we are not losing money on the raffle. In other words, we've got to cover the prizes. We need to sell enough tickets to cover $130 odd, plus the commission. So the tickets bring in 75 cents because 25 cents goes out in commission to one of you guys who ever sold a ticket. And how do you sell a ticket? Well, if anybody that you've referred to We Share Abundance buys one, you've sold one. It's as easy as that. So we get about, we get exactly 75 cents for a ticket. We need to cover $133. So divide that by 70.75. We need to sell 178 tickets to break even. And once we get over 178 tickets, then we can give some money to charity, and we'll be looking at increasing the prize for the next. I hope we can run every week, and I hope we can increase the prize every week. And gradually we'll build it up until we're getting into not just $100, but several $100s, and $1,000, then several $1,000s. And we'll keep working on it until we can really get uh, some magnificent prizes there available. Okay, what else? Right, today, most of my spare time I spent on putting together something um, which will serve as a splash page for you for the 777. Let me find the link. I got it up there, and I have sent it out, but you probably won't have had a chance to see it yet because it only went out a few minutes before we came live. Uh, Let me find it. Here we are. Uh, get back to Facebook. I'll paste it link in there and send that. And I'll do the same in the app for anybody watching on the app. Now, of course, if you're using this as a splash page, you need to put in your affiliate code at the end. Okay, you should know how to do that by now. If you don't, go to the FAQ page and find it in there. It will show you how to add your affiliate code at the end of the page. If you don't do that, there's little purpose in you promoting that page. But that page, I believe, will help us get, or help you to get people in. And it's very, very powerful. It's even more powerful than I imagined. In fact, I've had to tone it down because it is so powerful. I was originally going to go like through about 24 levels and show you how it progressed through from phase one to phase two to phase three to phase four. But the numbers that came out were so huge that it could only look like hype and nonsense. So I limited it to 7 referrals. Okay, so we're looking at uh, everybody getting 7 referrals, and 7 is a good number because there is a possibility of everybody getting at least 7 free entries. Now, what's a free entry? A free entry isn't an entry for you, it's an entry that you can give away free, fully paid. In other words, we place that free entry into your pay line, but until you put a person in there, you don't get paid for it. But it's free for them and it's free for you. And of course, as soon as you put that person in, you get paid the commission on it. And or if it's a pass up, it gets passed up. It counts as one of your pass ups. But there are 7 of those that are going to be given out to everybody. So 7. How hard is it to get 7 people at $5 each? I mean, if you got one a day, it would take you a week. If you got one an hour, you could do it in a day. I think most people, if they put their mind to it, could certainly do it in a day. Definitely within a week. It's only 7 people at $5 each. And the effect of that, once everybody is doing that, and of course not everybody will, um, some will do more, some will do less, some will do nothing. But if everybody just got 7 people in a day, it's unbelievable this, but you would make over $400,000 in 9 days. It's all about building a lot of people, and the power of our plan builds people very, very quickly, and so quickly that I had to limit the example I did to just 3 phases and only going 7 deep in each phase, because that is what produced that $400,000. And I've had to go back, check it, and try and find out why it's right. Mathematically, it's correct. It does involve a lot of people, but all that it takes is for everybody to find 7 people at $5 each. And when you're offering that sort of return, there are people that will say, "Well, I'll have a go at it for $5." It is still beneficial to come in at more than $5 because a lot of people do. In fact, very few people come in at anything below level 3. We do get one or two that come in for $5. We get even less that come in for $15. But the majority of people are coming in at either 35, 75, 115, it is 150. I can't remember the numbers, but they're coming in at 3, 4, and 5, most of the people. And it's pretty even between those phases. And if you're only in level 1 or level 2, and people are coming in at 3, 4, and 5, you're missing out on them in those higher paying levels. And you don't want to do that. So get into the higher paying levels as quickly as you possibly can, but then go out and get 7 people at $5 and help them to do the same. And if they're in at $35 or $100 or $600 or whatever it is, it doesn't make any difference. Just get out to get 7 people in at $5 each. Whatever else they do, they've got to get that phase 1 loaded. You load that phase 1 and it drives everything throughout the whole. You don't have to worry about anything else. All you have to worry about is getting people into phase 1. And when they join phase 2, 3, and 4, it speeds everything up. But get them in phase 1. Get 7 people at $5. You'll be amazed how fast it will grow, provided you keep in touch with those 7 people and get them to get their 7 people. It's not hard to get one person a day for $5. People will throw $5 into any plan, I'll see how it goes, I'll put it in, boom. But then you've got to motivate them to get out there and find some people themselves, because if they do that, the whole thing moves so fast that you could be wealthy by Christmas and even earlier. Okay. So I've been putting that together. It took me a long time to get the spreadsheet right. It took me a long time to get the video done. It's not perfect. We are looking at options for the video and for uh, possibly other sources of advertising and things. Okay, talking about advertising and things, we're still seeing better results than we certainly saw originally from the test campaigns that ROI tips are running. Whether or not and what level the cost per lead will actually come in at when we get the numbers and they've taken out all the bad campaigns, we'll have to wait and see. But it's looking promising, let's put it that way. It's not looking great, but it's looking promising. And if we can get close, I know that Facebook will optimize things. There are ways that you can get Facebook to help in the optimization of your advertising. So, so we'll be getting the results of that pretty quickly. I don't know whether we'll get them later on today, tomorrow, but I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, we should get the results of those campaigns and we'll be looking at them and seeing what we can do with them from there. Okay, somebody else in. Who else have we got in? We've got in Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA, Kingsley from Manchester, UK, and we've got Reynold in from Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, Yeah, so things are moving well, um, and I'm excited that we are gonna be really bringing a lot of things into our nation, industries within our nation. The things outside of our nation will be there as a bonus. Anything that makes money outside, great, be a bonus. But we are trying to move to make sure that what we're doing internally is going to bring in sufficient income to cover all our costs and pay out everything that we need to pay out. It's not a problem with a program like the Town Plan or the Poverty Crusher or the Easy Business Builder, and of course the SOAP program, which is associated with that, because they're all commissionable. It's money comes in and we pay out from that money that comes in. It's more on the staking side that we've got to really look at. It can only be done through investment. And if we're doing our own investment, it's either finding a bot that is reliable and we can use, or or doing it ourselves. And doing it ourselves basically boils down to me at the moment. And it's not only time consuming, but it means that if I am pulled away from doing that, we lose that income. Um, so it's not ideal. If we have a bot that we can find, that we can put in, that will build, then and we only have to control the bot, then that is another matter. I mean, there are lots of bots out there, but we don't have control of them. Um, so it's once again, it would be like a third party situation. I'm sure some of the third party things we're in will come good. I think AAS will come good again, although it's still building at the moment after their loss through theft. I think Vortic will come good again, but that's going to be 8 months down the line. I think ITP is doing very well. Our account we started with 100, but we put another 300 in. So we put in 400, and we've got the figures here. Today was at $2,445. So we're 2,000 up, but I don't want to pull out money from that at this moment in time because we need to get it up to a point where we can pull some out and keep building, and to put $10 or $100 or even $400. It just doesn't make sense. Um, it doesn't go anywhere. So we've got to build that up. And if it builds at the rate it's building now, it could be built up to quite a substantial amount in not too distant future. A couple of months, 2, 3 months, and all should be good. Um, so that is one plan. Bit Sports I'm a bit lost with. They've changed things around a bit. The button that you normally had to press to activate every Monday seems to not need to be done automatically. It's just green all the time now. But the compounding is more difficult because you've got to have $50 to compound, $25 minimum to from one account to another. So it's gone from like $10 moving one account to another. It's gone from $10 minimum investment, um, which is okay if you've got a lot of cash in there. But we don't really have a lot of cash in there, so it's going to slow things down, and we'll have to just wait and see how that goes. ETF pool should start paying us in. I've got the date here. Just a minute. Let me. If I can pull up my spreadsheet. The 29th of November, we should get our first payment from ETF pool from the compounding. Now, initially, what we get will go out to the people that helped us get into that founder position as promised. But then after that, it's a case of building that up to see how well it works, and um, we'll have to just go with the flow. If it does what it's supposed to do, or it uh, what I understand it's supposed to do, it can be quite healthy, help on quite a lot. That start, as I said, on the date I said, in November, I think 20 something. Okay. Um, Beyond Infinity, of course, isn't going to be paying out a lot till probably another year, maybe 2 years before it gets up to actual big payments out. But we'll get big payments from the car situation. We've got a number of cars now um, coming through, and we'll keep adding into the cars because as they come in, starting April, I think maybe April, March or April next year, the first car. I can't remember the date. Um, as they start coming through, they'll be adding thousands of dollars into our economy because one way or another we'll get at least 10,000 for each car. I'm sure of that. Who wouldn't want to buy a new car that would cost $25,000 for 12,000 or $15,000? And then after we've paid commissions out to the members that sold the car through the mall, they introduced the person that bought the car. We still have 10 grand. And if we've got a car every week, which um, we will be building up to, um, then it's 10,000 a week is 40,000 a month. It's $10 for every member. And it doesn't sound a lot, but it makes a big difference in what we're doing. And as our income increases, we'll be able to put more into the car plan. We'll be able to get more cars, and we'll perhaps get to the stage where we're selling two, three, four a week, five a week, maybe. So it's all looking good, but it's not instant. It's not instant. Um, I loved the quote that I put in the email that I sent out today. I'll read it to you. It said, "The road to success is always under construction." And that was by Lily Tomlin, an actress. I've never heard of her, but I loved the quote when I found it. The road to success is always under construction. And, uh, and that's a fact. And success isn't the destination, success is the road. There is no successful destination. Um, it is constant evolution as you travel down that road. But take time to enjoy the scenery on the route. Okay, sometimes you're going uphill, sometimes you're going downhill, but it is good. We've got Richard in from Devon as well. So that's where we are. There's loads and loads of people promoting the Ponzi, um, what's it called, affiliate advertising club or something like that. I'm sure they didn't design, well, I don't think they designed it to be a Ponzi, but it definitely is. Anything that pays out more than 100% on a straight line is a Ponzi. It's really as simple as that. If you work it out mathematically, they can't do it. They've got to be paying people from people coming in to pay the people that were in at the beginning. And that is the definition of a Ponzi. Now, it's not built in the same way that people recognize a Ponzi, where it's that pyramid shape, but the effect is the same. It means that they can't pay people out unless they've got more people coming in. And the more people that come in, the more difficult it becomes to pay out the people at the beginning, so everybody that gets in early on makes a lot of money, but they're making it from the people that are losing money, which is never a good thing, and that's why Ponzi's are illegal. And that slows down, and as it slows down, people stop putting the money in, it gets even slower, and eventually grinds to a halt. So, uh, can a straight line work? Um, yeah, provided it doesn't pay out more than 100% of the amount people are putting in. So it doesn't make it too attractive because all you can do at best is get your money back. But if it is part of some other plan and they allocate maybe 25% of the cost into a straight line plan, um, so you're getting a quarter of your money back through the straight line plan, plus whatever else is coming through another plan, then that's okay, and it can work that way. But if it's paying out more in that straight line plan than the cost, and certainly if they're putting money into a secondary plan as well as the straight line plan, if you've got $10, then it's going into the straight line plan. It's also going into a secondary plan. It's an even bigger Ponzi because they can't put it into both places. It's just saying, okay, this $10 is really 30 or $40. And of course, that isn't and can never be the case. So the only way they can do that is for every $10 that they sell, they've got to get 4 or 5 people in at $10 again. It is the definition of a Ponzi. Okay, so I don't, if you're in it, okay, fine. I'm not knocking people for getting in it, but it is an illegal plan, and if it lasts any length of time, I'm sure uh, the legal beagles of various governments will be getting on to them, but they don't. Invariably, straight line plans don't last too long anyway. Um, the mentality of people that get involved in them was expressed today because I had somebody pitch it to me and I said it's a Ponzi. So he got onto his sponsor and his sponsor said, "Oh, it may be, but I'm in at the beginning, so I'll be all right, and you'll be all right 'cause you're in at the beginning too." And if that's your attitude, okay. But is that the right attitude? You have to make your own mind up on that. Okay. Uh, any videos from you on how to start with ITP? Um, there are videos on my website, Kingsley, quite a number of them. I didn't make them. They're better than I make. Uh, let me see if I can find the link for you. The guy is very good. It's also got a link to his Facebook page, not Facebook page, YouTube page or YouTube channel or whatever you call it. Let me see if I can find the ITP one for you. Uh, yeah, here we go, and it's got all his videos on it as well. Um, but it's not really very complicated. Let me find Facebook again. Here it is for you, Kingsley. This is the link to my blog, and it's got about 6 or 8 videos. I can't remember how many on it. Has it gone up? Yeah. Um, I'll put that into YouTube and uh, Twitch in a moment as well. But it's not very complicated. You get registered with ITP, and then you stick your money in. It's a minimum of $100. They give you $8, but the $8 is there just really to let you see how it works. Um, so you can forget about the $8. put $100 in, you will have then $108. So you get a bit of a bonus, an 8% bonus, if you like, once you put your $100 in. 100 is the minimum, and then you will have to click on a link at the bottom of the page. Uh, let me let me just see if I can find it, which says quantize, and then you click on a thing that they have a button there, and you click on it 4 or 5 times or whatever it is when you're at $100. When you're up to $2,000, like we are, you click on it 7 times, and you make more money. Obviously, the more clicks you're allowed, and the more money you have, because it's all based as a percentage of the cash you have in there. But those videos on that page are created by a guy, and his YouTube channel is worth subscribing to, and you can get the link to that on that page as well. But ITP is doing pretty well. Um, Let me put that link in here for the people on YouTube. And how do I do it there? Yeah, YouTube and Twitch. Okay, let me have a quick look up and see if there's, while I'm here, see if there's anybody else in on YouTube or Twitch. Lewis, as usual, is in, and he was in early on. Oh, oh no, that's me posting links. No, that's it. Numbers. I've not got them out, I don't think. What's the date today? 23rd. The last numbers I've got here on my list are the 21st. Um, so I must have missed them a couple of days. I've been a bit hectic in what I've been doing. I don't know whether the admin dashboard will come up. Yes, it has. We have 40,511 members. So over the last uh, few days, last couple of days, we've had a net increase of 3 in our registered members. We have 4,615 active members. That is 55 up in the last couple of days. And don't know what we're doing with multipliers. I'll get them out for you for tomorrow. I did really want to get that video done today. It's only 12 minutes long on that splash page, and I think it will help you to get people involved. Always give them a link where they can get back to you. I'm not sure whether I made it downloadable, that video. I'll check it later. If you want to download it, you can download it then and use it any way you choose. I'll probably stick it up on YouTube as well. Okay, is there anything else that we need to cover? No questions in. As I say, we're still trying to get Binance to release our funds. We are trying to get everything that comes in now going into Nexo, and we'll be using Nexo. Not that we have a lot coming in anyway at the moment, but anything that does come in, we'll move to Nexo. I think that's it, folks. I think that's it. No rugby to talk about until Friday. Cricket, I don't want to mention. Football is not my major thing, but I do take an interest in it. Um, but there you go. Anything from anybody? No. Okay, if that's the case, I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share about publicly. Until then, get out there, be the warriors. Get that splash page out. Make sure you add your affiliate link to it before you promote it. Otherwise, people won't be able to join. Nothing more confusing to somebody when they click the link and it says you need a sponsor, and they say, "Well, how do I get a sponsor?" No, forget it. So make sure your affiliate link is added onto the page when you promote it. Um, until then, until tomorrow, that's it. I love you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being We Share Abundance. We are in a wonderful position. We are blessed to be guided by things that look off certain channels, pushes in the right direction. It's a blessing. Okay, I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go extra mile. See you later, alligator. Yeah, in a wild crocodile. Come on now. See you later, alligator.